Hi, I'm Bonnie Lynn Linky, an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator, and welcome to my studio, Stamping with Bonnie Lynn. Today I am going to show you how to use the Milkshake stamps for the Share a Milkshake stamp bundle. I like this set. I wanted it when I first saw it back in December because as a demonstrator, we get early access, a month early access to what's new. And but I never bought it. And I decided a couple weeks ago, I need this one. It's perfect for birthday cards. And I have a lot of nieces, nephews, great nieces, great nephews. And so it's perfect. And who knows, maybe one of my grandchildren that has a birthday coming up in May might get a birthday card out of this. So I am going to show this to you. And what I based my design on was when I went into my second career. My first was I was a registered nurse, and the second one I decided to sell real estate, and in Sun River, Oregon, which is a resort area. It's in Central Oregon, and there's Goodies, which is an old-fashioned ice cream place, and they also made their own candy. And they made their ice cream there too. Wonderful. That was before I realized I had a dairy allergy. So they had black and white floor tile, and I think they still do. And so that's why the black and white. And I got this from the retired designer series paper, Gingham Cottage, which was in the December's catalog. And it came in different colors, and I really like this. I think it's so cool. And so there's one thing I wish I would have done different on this, and I'll do it on the next card to show you. And it's a fun fold. Look at that. This is set so that when this is closed, they take it out. You can't see what's written on the inside till you open it up. And life is sweeter with you. Happy birthday. So I'm going to show you how to do this. And there is still time to buy this set. You have till the end of April to buy anything out of the spring catalog. Okay, we're going to need our paper trimmer because we need to score our paper. And before I get started, I want to say if you don't have a Stampin' Up demonstrator, I would love it if you would consider switching to me or using me as your Stampin' Up demonstrator. I'm not asking you to leave one that you really like and everything. And I am with a $50 minimum order. For $50, you get 2 bonus points. And then $25 increments after that, you get another bonus point. And once you reach 10 bonus points, you get a $25 gift certificate that will be applied to your next order. And that's how that works. It's a great way to earn some free items, and I hope you like that. You have to use my host code, which is always on my website, stampingwithbonnielynn.com, which is on the right-hand side, about not quite halfway down, and it's in red. And the other thing is that if your order is over $150, you don't use the host code. You get the stamping rewards, but you'll still get the bonus points. So, okay, for this card, we want to start by scoring at 2 1/8, which is right here. The lines down are 1/4 inches. So you have 3 dashes in between the 2 inch and the 2 1/4. Each one of those dashes 1/16. So we want to go to the one that's a little bit longer, and that's 2 1/8, and we want to score that. And then we want to go over to 4 1/4 and score there. And you'll notice, because if you have a paper trimmer and it's hard to read the numbers here, I took a piece of tear and tape and I left the back on it, and I just put it down over the numbers, and that way I don't have problems seeing them when I have cardstock in there to know how far down and everything. So it's wonderful. I like that feature of it once you do that. Okay, next we want to burnish our score lines. do that. And for this card, instead of using the Cottage Gingham, I decided to use the Country Gingham. And that is what's in the spring catalog right now. And I decided to use the Sweet Sorbet designer series paper out of it. And so this is 1 7/8 by 5 3/8, and this one is 4 inches by 5 3/8. There we go, 2 different designs. So we're going to go ahead, and I've already put on some tear and tape, and just get that started a little bit. I'm going to open this up. I just want to center that on there. That looks good. Now, I said 1 7/8. You can go, you know, a little bit closer. You can do them 2 inches wide if you don't want that much white showing. But I did. And take this piece off. Your Take Your Pick tool is wonderful for getting, removing the backing off your tear and tape. Okay, and I need my other piece of Country Cottage, is it called? Boy, I have a short memory. Country Gingham. That's it. I like this paper. I think it's beautiful. And it's in for spring, it's wonderful. You got soft sorbet, you got balmy blue, you got mint macaroon, you got, I think, flirty flamingo. The colors are just really nice in this. Okay, and we put that one down. And take off this other side. I don't take off my tape usually. I know I did on this side one time. I usually don't take off my tear and tape until I have my designer series paper cardstock where I want it. See, there's the balmy blue on the reverse side. So pretty. And this is one of the mint macaroons patterns. But I just love this paper. I think it's so pretty. I know a lot of people used it around Valentine's Day and everything, but I think it's perfect for this stamp set. And who doesn't like a fun fold? And kids, and this is a simple one. It's easy to do and fast. And you know, kids really appreciate, I think, getting a card that is something more than just the standard opening. Of course, kids love getting cards if there's money inside. Who are we fooling there? Okay, so that's my fun fold. My designer series paper is on. So the next thing we want to do is we want to go ahead and do some stamping. Now, I use my Stamparatus. And this is just a piece of 3 inches by 5 inches of white cardstock. And I've already put my stamps on my Stamparatus. But I am going to show you a couple things as I do it. Okay. And put that in there. Okay, I have my Milkshake glass, so it's going to be down at the bottom of this paper. I just like doing it that way better. And actually, I set this up for 2.5 inches wide instead of 3 inches, and I didn't want to take it apart, so I realize I am wasting a little bit on this one. But if I was resetting it up, I would put it over here. Okay, and what we're going to do now, I ended up using 3 different colors in this. And the reason for that is because I could not get my Flirty Flamingo to be the right color for the solid layer of the glass. Now, I've seen some people do them in silver and like a milkshake cup or something, the cylinder that you make the milkshakes in a restaurant. But I worked as a waitress in high school and college, part of college. And, you know, these are what the glasses look like. So what I'm going to do is I want to stamp off one time on this. This is Blushing Bride. And I just rubbed it one time very lightly up and back. And now I'm going to do it again. And this time I'm going to press hard as I'm, and you want to make sure you leave it down for at least 5 seconds on the photopolymer. And I have my cardstock up in the corner. That is I like that image. It's just what I wanted. So now I'm going to put this away. And I'm going to check and make sure this is still lining up where I want it to. And I'm not sure it is. But we'll see. Let me see. No, it's not. So I'm going to take this one off and reline it up. That's good. Okay, to line this up, I line up the bottom part because I want to make sure this little hump that's in the glass right here is right down here. And that way the rest of the stamp should line up better. So, and this, my background is so light, the Blushing Bride, that I'm having trouble seeing it. And I want to make sure I get this far enough over. Okay. Well, you know, it will be good enough. Okay, and you just flip that over there. And now we are going to use, let me see, did I have, you know, my cardstock had slipped. Okay, now it's up in the corner. I forgot to push it back there. And I did that after I placed the stamp on. So I'm sorry. I don't mean to be taking up your valuable time with my slowness. There we go. That will work. Okay, make sure it's up there. Now I'm going to use Sweet Sorbet. I'm going to go ahead and put that on there. Ah, perfect. All right, and that's the way it looks. Now, as you can see, I got this a little bit darker than what I did this time, but I'm okay with that. If I wanted to, I could go with the Blushing Bride again. So whether you stamp off or not, it's totally up to you. Fool around with it and decide. I probably should have, when I rubbed it to stamp off, I went up and down. I should have just stopped with going up and not rubbed it down again. So let me go ahead and get my chamois and just clean these off real quick. I tried lining this up with a block, but I was not having any luck. My eyes, though, are not what they used to be. So that's why I like the Stamparatus. Okay, so we got that stamped. So now what we want to do the rest of our stamping. And I'm going to put this right here. And we're done with the, no, we're not done with the Sweet Sorbet. We need to do, let me take off this plastic here. We need to do the straw. And we also need to do the cherry. And we need to stamp the word celebrate. Now there is a second piece to the straw. And there's a solid piece. Like you could make it yellow, a light yellow or something, or whatever color you want it to, and then use another color for stripes. But I don't care to do that, so I'm not going to. So tap, tap, tap. Okay, hold it down 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Photopolymer, you need to do that because more ink comes off the longer you hold it. I don't want to celebrate yet. Okay. And then I want to do my cherry. That's so pretty. Okay, and I think I'm just going to do a second one to have it. I just think sweet sorbet is perfect for a strawberry milkshake. I tried using the pinks, and I just couldn't get one that I liked. I tried polished pink, I tried melon mambo, and I don't know. It just wasn't happening for me, so I decided not to do that. Okay. Flirty Flamingo is what I use for, you can call it foam. You know, if it's a root beer float you're making, you can call it foam. But it's actually what we use to make the different layers of ice cream in the different, like in the bowl and stuff. So I'm putting a layer of ice cream up here. Now I happen to like my ice cream to be a light color. So I'm stamping it off once, twice, and then take the third one. But my ink pad is pretty inky, and that's why. And that's the perfect color. That's the color I wanted. So that's good. And let's see, what else do we need? Oh, and there's actually another one of these for a layer of ice cream, so you can go smaller. Okay, and we'll set this aside. And now we need to do Memento Black for our saying, celebrate. Oh, there it is. Okay. I don't know if it's my ink pads or if I need to, because I just re-inked these and I have not been having much luck stamping with my Memento Black. The problem's me. So I just wanted you to know that. Okay, and now I do this way. And that's because the die I use for this one is from the Something Fancy dies. And I probably should have left more room in there, but I've already cut these out, so I'm not cutting these out today. And that's that. And then we go and we take our coordinating dies and we cut each of these out. And as you can see right here, I have all my dies right here. Plus we want to cut out one of these waffle things to put behind it. I know I don't have that on this card. I didn't think of that until after the fact. And you also have hearts if you want some hearts cut out. So really cool. Okay. And then for the saying, the celebrate, this is the Something Fancy. It's different dies that are great for sayings and stuff. And it just fits perfect around this celebrate. So I like that. And then for this card, I use the stitch rectangles. And, whoops, that's not my stitch rectangles. Here they are right here. Okay. And I used, for my black layer right here, I used the third largest one. And to cut out the white cardstock for here and here, I used the fourth largest one. So number 3 and number 4 are the ones you want. But I did another card and I decided I wanted to use something different. And I kind of like it better. And here's another one I did. I haven't finished it. I haven't put my saying card there, and I forgot to put my cherry on there too, and my embellishments. But this is mint macaroon, and for the chocolate ice cream, I used crumb cake. And I did stamp off once before stamping it for the jar, and for this here, I only stamped off once too. And so I used the decal dies, and the decal dies are pretty close to the same size as the white one, as the stitch rectangles because this is the number 4 largest one. So it's, you know, maybe 1/8 of an inch smaller or so. And then that was the 3rd largest one. I think I said 4th, but it's the 3rd. And then this is the 4th largest one, and it's just right at the same size. So these are, I really like the decal. I like this. I like them both. My husband likes the stitch more. That's why I used it on this one. And this one, I like the decal. This card is also, when our granddaughter was a toddler, they'd come visit us in Arizona and take them to In-N-Out Burgers, usually on the way home from the airport because we lived an hour away from the airport. And my granddaughter and my husband, they would get a strawberry milkshake and share it. And she's the one with the birthday coming up. So that's what that card is all about. So again, that's crumb cake for the chocolate ice cream. And that's the mint macaroon paper. Okay, so we are going to cut those out, which I just happen to have everything right here. So we're going to take the white cardstock we cut out with the decal die. And we're going to use our sweet sorbet. And I can't find my stamp set that I need. Oh no. Now this is embarrassing. Oh wait, here it is. The Go-To Greetings. This is also a new stamp set for me. I've seen it and I just haven't purchased it. And I'm so glad I did. I've only used a couple of them so far because I've only had it like a week. And the happy birthday that's at the top here, which would be the medium size one, because let's see, they got 1, 2, 3 that say happy birthday. 1, 2, 3 thinking of yous. 1, 2, 3 thank yous. 3 just a notes and 1 hello. So this is a great set. It gives you all the different sizes you need. I love the different fonts. This is more of a bold in the medium size one. This is a regular font, and then this is almost kind of a script font, but really cool. I like the stamp set, so I am glad I got it. And yes, I do occasionally buy one when I think, what in the world did I buy this one for? So, okay. So I inked it up, and then I just center this on here at the top. It almost takes up the whole room, but that's okay. There we go. And why I have this open before I put anything else on it, I need to do, let's see, one-of-a-kind creation. How does that sound? I want to stamp this. And you always want to go, you don't want to just go to the middle of your ink pad because you do have ink that pulls up at the other spots. So you want to stamp, get your ink from different spots. Okay, and hold this down. There we go, one of a kind. I'll just set these over out of our way. So we are all done stamping. And I got that one-of-a-kind stamp set from the limited edition stamp set. This is in the annual catalog, and if you sell your cards, you do, according to the Angel policy, need to have Stampin' Up on there. Okay, now we're gonna take and we're gonna build this, and we need some tape. I'm just gonna put on a couple strips of tear and tape down each side. I'm not going to do it across the top and bottom. Okay. And I know I said that I normally don't take this off, and I'm not going to. I'm just taking it and pulling it back like so, so I can just pull it once I have it where I want it. Just center that on there. Okay. And then I can take it and get my backing off with my Take Your Pick tool. Okay, now we want to build our milkshake. So I'm going to get my silicone mat, and I am going to put a little bit of glue up at the top here. Just right along that top edge. That one's not coming with. See, I got one in my little trash receptacle that's on my desk. That's upside down, and this we'll use. Okay, as you can see, we don't need a lot of glue. We just want to glue this to the top there, just like so. Just center it on there. Okay, now you see there's a little slit right here. See that? That's for your straw to go into. So I'm just going to place my straw in there like so. And I'm going to take, I want it over that way. Now I'm going to take a glue dot and place it underneath it to hold that in place. I'm Butterfingers today. That didn't go on the way I wanted it to. Okay, and there's my straw. And then once I get it on the card, I'll put my cherry on. And now I want to take, where's my, okay, I call it my waffle thing. I don't know what you call it. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take two glue dots. I'm going to put one about here. My milkshake is going to cover these up. And I'm going to put one right there. And then I'm going to try and put this so it catches the glue dots. There we go. Just like that. Now we need some dimensionals. And I cut a piece of the side of the mini dimensionals, and I'm just going to take that and put it right along this bottom here to hold up the bottom glass. Okay, and now we'll take some of these others and just place them around. I do try to get that straw in there. And also, they'll be all around, so they'll be able to hold down the waffle thing too. That's why I wasn't too concerned with just using the two glue dots, because it is secure, but you put this on and it won't be coming off or going anyplace. There we go. Now, just a reminder that we do have our color revamp coming. So if you don't have ink refills, I would seriously think about getting some ink refills before, because we don't know what's being discontinued, and you want to get them before they're sold out. Also, if you have a favorite paper, we will know on March 29th what is being retired. And you'll want to get that and get the paper you like and get your ink refills. Okay, and I understand that there is also going to be some price increases on some items. The way cost has gone up, I'm not surprised. And so it will be effective with the new catalog. So you will want to, if you need paper or something, it's a good time to get it. Okay. And just center that on here and put it like that. Okay, and I said we were all done stamping, but we're not. We've got to do our Life is Sweeter with You. Okay, this is my other piece of this. And so we're going to stamp our saying on there, life is sweeter with you. I try to get all my stamping done at once, and I didn't do that today. I apologize. And we also want these little hearts. Let's see, will they fit on this one? The little block, they will. All right. So Sweet Sorbet ink is right over here. Okay. So we'll just put that right about here. Try to get it somewhat straight. There we go. Love it. And then I think I will use the Blushing Bride for my heart. There we go. And I'll put some right up here too. I did Flirty Flamingo on my hearts inside this. I think they're both good. All right. So now we're all done with our stamping. And we want to take this and I want to put 2 pieces of tape on here. Okay, now to do this the way I do it, I open this up and I put this here just like so. I center it on the back of the Sweet Sorbet. You can see my tape is up right here. I'm going to go ahead and remove 1 strip of my tape, holding this in place, and I fold this down over top. And there we go. It's right in place. It didn't move at all when I did it. And so now I can just remove this other piece of tape. If you use Stampin' Seal, that's another way to do it. That works good. I'm not sure how good liquid glue. I'm not very good with liquid glue, so that's why I don't know how well that would work. And then these are the in colors, 22 to 24 in color matte decorative dots. And Sweet Sorbet is an in color, so it's around for another year. And what I'm going to do is I have more of the Sweet Sorbet. They come in 5 different shades of the colors. And I'm just going to take my darkest and I think next to lightest. I'm going to put a couple right there. I'm going to get my Celebrate and I'm going to put this on. Now we're going to take and we're going to put 1 dimensional on this one side because remember it's going to sit on our Milkshake card. So we don't want to put a dimensional there because it will be uneven. And I'll get a glue dot for that side. So you can see what I'm doing. There we go. Get that off of there. And so yeah, just put this on wherever you want it. Just like so. And then I want to do, I want to do a little one. I'll do a little one right here. Maybe I'll just do one right up there, just like so. All right, and there we go. Your card is done. Oh, we need to do the envelope. So I took a piece of measure, because we all get our envelopes from different places, measure from the top to the bottom and across the width before you cut, and then cut it to size. Now, you can use glue. Most people do. Most people are not as uncoordinated as I am with liquid glue. So, I really am. I get more on my fingers than any place else. So I'm just going to take and put some tearing tape along each side. Oh, look at all this. I got ink all over my hands. It's amazing I haven't gotten it on my card. I better be quiet, or I will be. Or I will. Okay. And I take off one of the ends. And I stand it up. And I didn't put my host code out because I will be changing it in a couple days. So I didn't get that very, I did a real lousy job of getting that on there so that it was straight. So I'm just taking my undo, which you can get on Amazon. And it just takes it off, and it will dry here in a couple minutes. But I can put down these other sides. See, that's much better. It's a little bit over, but that's okay. And let's see, I need to get this top piece of tape off. All right, there we go. And all I have left to do is take my paper snips. I am so messy. Oh, I haven't put my cherry on yet either. You just want to take your paper snips and trim off the excess. And just because it's a, oh, I kind of messed up that corner. Even though there's a tiny bit hanging over, I don't worry about it. It will be just fine. And there you go. There's that. And now our cherry. So let me grab one more glue dot. And I will put my cherry right there. Okay, and there we go. This is Share a Milkshake stamp set. There is this card right here, our fun fold. We got our one of a kind on the back. Here is our demonstration one, the one I made ahead of time, along with its envelope. And this is the chocolate one that I need to finish yet. And I haven't finished the envelope on this one yet either. I did glue on this one, and I got glue on the back of the paper and everything. Okay, and there's that. There we go. I hope you like this. I hope you like the Share a Milkshake stamp set. I think it's wonderful, and so many different occasions, and just because would work too. Stamp a hello up there, and I think anybody would like this. So thank you very much for joining me today. I hope you have a wonderful day and keep stamping. Happy stamping, and I'll see you next time on Stamping with Bonnie Lynn. Thank you very much. Bye.